Hey Metacrow. There's noise outside. Hey Metacrow. I don't have a game plan. I don't know where I'm going. Clayton, come on in, because this clip is terrible anyway.
Oh really? I want to watch it.
Hey Metacrow. Let's start by addressing what I have from your video. Sororities. Congratulations on rushing. I don't know yet if you've made it into one, but I'm sure you have. And let me know. My thoughts on sororities. Let's see. I don't know how to spell that word. Sorority. S-O-R-O-I-T-Y. Okay. Glad I know that now. Another congratulations is in order for your acceptance into the Athens program. Congratulations on that. I'm excited to hear more about that moving forward. No, I've never heard you stop talking. Trouble sleeping, trouble schmeeping. I'll leave a link in the comment area to some articles that I found about sleeping, and it's linked to anxiety. Just for you, Metacrow. You were hospitalized and I didn't even know? You didn't call me when you were in the hospital for, I find that offensive. No, I don't. I actually am glad that you were okay, and I hope that everything's worked out. But let's get into this bladder infection of yours. I know that it's embarrassing. It has to be, right? I mean, it deals with your urine. So what is a bladder infection? Well, WebMD starts by saying bladder infections are known as cystitis or inflammation of the bladder. Wow. They are common in women, sexist, but very rare in men, sexist. More than half of all women, sexist, get at least one bladder infection at some time in their lives. So now that we know all about bladder infections, what caused your bladder infection, Metacrow? What makes you so special? I think most of what we learned from our dive into bladder infections and what they are is that WebMD is highly sexist and nothing else about bladder infections. Getting back to the sorority points, you were wearing a dress? When has that happened before? You asked me, what's my dream job? Well, I have an answer for you. My dream is to work for a professional sports organization working in public relations and everything that goes with that, which is kind of cool because I'll be able to interact with professional sports athletes and also other people who are incredibly enthusiastic about sports and communications. So, now let's get into the topic of my video today.
Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. If you're watching this, you know by now that it's having a roommate that has a vlog is really fucking annoying. That's all I wanted to do.
Now let's get into the topic of our conversation today. Assess. The word assess can be an incredibly confusing word. Dictionary.com defines assess as plural, noun, the buttocks. Wait. Dictionary.com defines assess as plural, noun, a long-eared, slow, patient, sure-footed, domesticated mammal. Wait. Dictionary.com defines assess as to estimate officially the value of as a basis for taxation. This word is used commonly, apparently, in academic journals because in the past 2.5 weeks of school, I keep reading the word assess incorrectly. And although it has brought a lot of joy and humor to my academic journal readings, it's really tripping me up. And I think this is something that college students around the world should know more about. Because when we really think about it, where does the word assess come from? And why is it different than those other definitions? Why couldn't they just make it look different than something that is defined differently? And why is the English language so filled with words that are similar to each other, but incredibly different in meaning, both in its connotation and denotation? That's why I'm starting the Learn the Correct Definition of Assess Foundation for international college students around the world in both domestic and international settings. I'm asking each of our viewers to donate a measly $50 to the foundation so that people, students in fact, internationally and here in the United States, can understand the difference between assess and those other definitions. Because we know it all trips us up around the world, internationally, and in the United States internationally. It's just a hard word to understand. Clayton got me these cool socks with coffee on.
Woohoo!
Well, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Matty Crow, what is an issue that you believe is important and that's close to your heart in many ways? That's the question I want to ask you for next week. Until next time, hasta luego. See you next week. Bienvenidos. Goodbye.